Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Lambeau. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. Scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Boy, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 69 yards. yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Packers 9, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he goes full extension, and he's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in for a yard out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
15, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
The Ravens will...
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You know what it is. Take it to the house.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
On first down, Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Operating from the gun, Rodgers, flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, now he'll pull it down. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Being chased out left. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Packers 15.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Good job by that boy stepping up, man.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with...
He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. To throw is Rodgers.
Still also...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers going to score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lazard. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Rodgers operating from the gun. And he's got it. It's caught for the Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. This pass into the arms of Snead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Jackson on 1st down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And it's up and good.
That's the score. Ravens 39, Packers 36. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
And that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
Again, it's Jones. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Jones. That's good for a green.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
1-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Now Jones. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner. Let's go. Here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. To throw is Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot